Wonderwings by Edith Howes, adapted by Jen. Poppy Pink sat up in bed and yawned.
Why is everybody up so early?
She asked.
Is it a holiday?
The older fairies were dressing themselves and brushing their long, fine hair. Wonderwings is coming to see us, they said. Get up, little Poppy Pink.
Who is Wonderwings?
She asked. You'll see when you are dressed. Hurry, or you'll miss her.
Oh dear, I'm so sleepy,
said Poppy Pink, and she yawned again.
I don't care about Wonderwings.
She snuggled down into the blankets again and went to sleep. Poppy Pink was suddenly awakened by the sound of the sweetest singing she had ever heard, and a flash of brilliant color went past her window of crystal and pearl.
That must be Wonderwings, she said. Oh, I must see her. I hope I'm not too late.
She sprang from bed and dressed so quickly that her hair remained unbrushed. Then she ran out into the garden. The older fairies stood all in a group saying loudly, "I will go," and
"I'll go."
And before them, scarcely touching the ground with the tip of her foot, stood poised a glorious fairy, taller than any other there. She was absolutely beautiful, and her wings reached high above her head and almost to the ground, and they glowed with so many colors that it seemed as if 1,000,000 jewels had been hung on them. They looked as though they were growing into 1,000,000 flashing stars that made 1,000,000 little rainbows with every sway and movement of her body. Poppy Pink knew instantly why she had been called Wonderwings.
"Oh, how lovely!"
cried Poppy Pink. She crept nearer to the beautiful fairy and sat among the daisies at her feet.
"See," she cried, "my wings are small and colorless. Tell me how I may grow wings like yours."
Just as little girls adore beautiful hair, so do little fairies adore beautiful wings. Wonderwings smiled down at her. "Such beautiful wings as mine are only to be won in noisier and busier lands than these," she said. "If you would have them, you must leave your fairyland and come where humans live."
"Oh, I will come!"
cried Poppy Pink.
"I will!"
"Come along then," said Wonderwings. She took the little fairy's hand, and up they all rose into the clear air, flying far, far away till they left their fairyland behind and came at last to the busy lands where humans lived. There Wonderwings showed them a park where children once played and now sat around with their eyes glued at their cell phones. Where swings and parks once rocked, they gathered dust and dirt. Where children once ran around in the sunshine, fields were open and empty.
"Why aren't they playing or talking to each other?"
asked Poppy Pink. "They have lost their joy of life. Perhaps you can help them," said Wonderwings.
"I am only a little fairy. What can I do?"
asked Poppy Pink. She flew a little lower to gaze at them more closely.
"What can I do?"
she asked again. No answer came. She looked around and found herself alone. Wonderwings and the older fairies had in a moment gone from their sight. Below, a little child sat crying in the grass.
"I'm bored." "Here is something I can do,"
thought Poppy Pink. She flapped her little wings back and forth until a gentle breeze blew against a swing nearby. The child, seeing the swing, climbed on and began to smile as she rocked back and forth. Seeing her fun, another little boy joined her on the swing next to her, and the two laughed and chatted. Poppy Pink hopped from flower to flower, lifting the fragrance of daisies, buttercups, and daffodils through the park. The gentle breezes and soft fragrances brought smiles to the mothers and children who walked about. She flitted above prams that held little babies who giggled with delight as they watched her soft pink sparkles flash before them. Poppy Pink tended the plants and helped the little bugs, collected twigs for the nesting robins, and dusted away the old leaves of the giant trees surrounding the park. At night she collected the cool dewdrops and lovingly watered the flower beds, shone the brass on the benches, and helped lift the fog in the mornings. She gently rolled the soccer balls that had been lost in the shrubs out into the open, hoping to draw the attention of little children who were once bored. A few weeks later there came a flash of colour in the air beside her, and Wonderwings and all the older fairies stood around her. "Dear Poppy Pink," cried one, "how your wings have grown, and how beautiful they are! They are so tall that they reach above your head and almost to the ground, and they glow with so many colours that it seems as if 1,000,000 jewels had been flung upon them. They look like 1,000,000 flashing stars with 1,000,000,000 little rainbows with every sway and movement of your body." "And look," said another, "her shoes and dress sparkle just as bright. Her hair looks like a silver waterfall filled with crystals." Poppy Pink laughed with joy.
"I'm so glad! I'm so very glad!"
she said.
"I had forgotten all about my wings."
"Yet they have grown with use. Don't you see, my dear? Your wings have grown in care, love, and hard work that you have shown to the gardens, which children now fill with happiness and laughter," said Wonderwings. Poppy Pink looked over her shoulder at her beautiful wings, and tears came to her little eyes. She realized that her wings shone for every chore she had done, and the less she had worried about how they had looked, the more they seemed to have sparkled. Poppy Pink had longed to have beautiful wings, but thanks to the kindness and hard work she had shown over the many weeks she had worked in the gardens, her beauty had shone all around her, not just in her wonderful Poppy Pink wings.